Alright. Hey guys, Tony the Soy Sauce Assassin. And today, I'm a little late. Technical difficulties. But we're gonna smoke some TAA cigars today from Pepin Garcia, well, my father's. So we'll get started.
Every single day, I'm gonna make something great. That's my way. Every single day, I'm gonna make.
Alright, hey Joseph, what's going on? And hey Matthew, what's going on? Again, I updated the software and the chat thing still doesn't work, so I'm gonna fix that again. I think it's like every time you update the software, like you literally had to fix something. Let's see. Let's get the chat box up. There we go. Wait, I had the chat box. Where'd it go? Refresh. Done. There we go. So now it's working. And I need the chat room. And let's see. So we have Raphael, we have Joseph, we have Kat, we have Sherry, we have that's pretty much it. So today we're smoking the Pepin Garcia original TAA exclusive 2019 Toro. It's a mouthful. It's too mouthful. This is the box actually. I want to show you guys the box because you know the reason I bought it is because the presentation is beautiful. The presentation is really good. It's got blue and it's got like the bottom band. It's got decoration all over it, and you know it matches the box. It matches the box. The box had a really good decoration. It does tell you that it's my father's cigar, in case those people who doesn't know where this thing really came from. And you know that's how we do it. That's how we do it. So now that this is gone, stays in the back, and let's talk about cigars today. So this is a Toro size. I believe it's 6 by 52 or 54, something like that. Very good smell. The aroma's deep and it's very oily. You can see the shine. Like the shine on it is like absolutely beautiful. I can't even find the line where they wrap this thing. Maybe it could a little bit, but you know the way they wrap this is actually really good. So, how much for a box? I don't remember. I had to look it up. I literally didn't ask for the price. I just like that was pretty. How you know? Let me get a box. That was pretty much it. So I bought this in the New York meet. So if you ever meet me in the meet, you'll see me disappear for a little bit of time because I went to select whatever I want and then tell them to ship it home. That's usually the case. So I just went over there. This look good, that look good, this look good, that look good, and I just buy them. So let me get this foot band off. Let's see if I can get it off. It is a TAA exclusive for so only limited retailer is gonna be able to sell these, and one of them was the Davidoff that I go to. But Kat, if you're interested to get a whole box, you know I can help you get of it. But I had to ask how much it costs and everything. So everybody, put down what you smoke today. It is a good day to smoke because now today is our member Cigar Mechanics 1 year in the business that he was repping cigar companies, you know, brokerage. It was great to know that you know your friends are succeeding. Okay, tastes like raisin a little bit. Your friends are succeeding and what they're doing good. It's really good thing. So when I hear that, I just want to do something. I just want to do something. So and we also gotta choose Cigar Mechanic Rock winner later. I'll just randomly pick one, blindfold, and just poke my finger on it, and hopefully I'll get somebody. Hey, Elia. Ooh, spicy, dark, coffee, bitter taste. Needs a little bit more light on the side. Here we go. So, yesterday night, I got kind of sick. So I went to meet with Brenda and Ma. We had some smoke and everything, and had some drink. But I went empty stomach. So I got super sick when I get home. Like, I just felt sick. This morning, I even get stomach cramp because like I went to smoke like empty stomach. So don't ever go smoke a relatively strong cigar empty stomach. It's a bad idea. It's a very bad idea. It's very bad. Nobody should ever do that. So yeah. But that cigar wasn't that interesting. Hair of the dog was just strong. I just keep feeling the punch to it. But I didn't taste anything specific that is like, oh, I definitely want to keep eye on this cigar. The draw was horrible though. The draw was horrible, so I had to drop more than I need just to get the smoke, keep the smoke lit. So that wouldn't be another cigar that I continue to smoke. I just want to try one and see how it goes and everything. Okay, earthy, a little bit of mineral, pepper, cedar. A little bit of hay in there, and a little bit of burnt wood of some sort. Dry, and if you smoke slower, you get a little bit of like a mixture of fruits and cocoa, but it's like kind of like together. It's like not separating. So that's a good start. It's complex. That's like, I guess that's what I mean. Like, it's complex. It's things are going on with this. It's not like, hi, here, all I gotta taste is cedar, and that's pretty much it. No, this is complex. There's a lot in there. The dry fruit in there is kind of sweet, but not too sweet. Sweet enough that make you almost want to swallow it, but it's actually not bad. It's actually not bad. My nose is burning though because of all the pepper. Anyways, how's everybody's day today? Well, officially into May. Today's May 1st, I believe, if I didn't get it right. May 1st. Another busy day. For me at least. I didn't get to do anybody's t-shirt today. I just didn't have time. But, you know, I hope everybody had a good day. It is hump day, right? Today's hump day. You know, everybody packed their busy. It's like transition between getting really, really busy to really, really relaxed for the week. I'm pretty sure a lot of people watch news and stuff like that. You know, if you're too bored, you get to hear people grilling, bar, and you know, if you're not bored enough, you get to watch the reruns of Survivors and stuff like that. I don't know. But yeah, overall this morning was my recovery day, and obviously it doesn't help that I smoke another 3 cigars today. This is my 4th one right now, in celebration of Brendan. So I just end up smoking more today. Just bored at work. Being bored at work is actually a bless, but a curse. Being busy, people always complain about being busy at work, but being busy at work actually make your time fly by really quickly. When you're bored at work, every minute feels like eternity. So right, like every minute feels like eternity. But here's the thing though. My guy Carlos said that we will most likely have the price for the Plasencia Davidoff tomorrow. All right. Hopefully we'll get all the details tomorrow. And once he give it to me, then I can pass it on. And hopefully, because I'm leaving the country on May 10th. So anything with the goodbye stuff like that, I have to get it done within that 5 days that I'm still here. hopefully I get it done. If not, it will be in my humidor, and until I get back for a brief amount of time, I'll ship them all out and I'll fly out again. So I'll get it done. Just how long, okay? If you can hear the background music today, just not really jazzy. It's more Asian. Only because I'm in a happy mood, and I can't find new jazzy music that fits the mood today. So I'm gonna go to East Caribbean all around, and then I'm gonna go to Asia, pass by China, and probably go to Taiwan a little bit here and there. I haven't planned that out yet. Once I get there, I'll plan it out how I'm gonna fly. If I fly towards Hong Kong, I don't have to pass by Taiwan. If I fly towards China and then Hong Kong and back, it's one way. If I fly to Japan, Taiwan, China, that's another way. So I just had to figure that out. But I know I'm going to East Caribbean, so I'll get that done first. This dry fruit pile taste to it, like a mixture of dry fruits. Almost like eating those like banana chip, but it's not banana flavor. In there, on the nose, and then you transition to like a woodsy taste. Well, I'm going to East Caribbean on a cruise ship. So the cruise ship will have cigars there, and hopefully once they land, there's cigars somewhere. If not, I usually bring probably 8 or 9 cigars in with me anyway. One a day, it's not too bad. I usually do one a day anyway. But yeah, that is the plan. In terms of voyage, people might be thinking like, oh, what happened to voyage? I'm still waiting for it. We're still working on the detail of the voyage band, how to get that band to look right and stuff like that. And when you do back and forth with the manufacturer, they take their time. They literally take their time. It's like, whatever, how long it's gonna take to make, So expect any substantial update will be around end of May, because this is gotta be a summer cigar. So any substantial stuff that's closer to the production of it is probably got to be around May. So keep an eye on it around May, and then you'll be okay. One other thing, gotta ask you guys for help. Please hit the like button, because I think there are haters for me now. There's literally haters for me now. That goes to the video. Just click on dislike, whatever. So I'm gonna show our unity by clicking like button. Hit the like button so that we can outrank that thumbs down button all the time. I it's like, who watches my shows that thumbs down? It's like, what? Hit the like button. Hit the like button. One other thing I want to talk about is that all of a sudden today there was like 3 or 4 requests to join the group today. I just want to make sure that everybody knows that, we have new members, so the new members might not know our rules and regulations and stuff like that. So, hopefully we can all direct them to the right place, make sure they read the rules, and, they can enjoy the group as best as you can. The dislike usually discredits you for what you're talking about in terms of, like, for example, if you try to give out good information and somebody clicked like 15 dislike and you have no likes, people who's searching for the video isn't gonna look at that video, right? They're not gonna go, oh, it's just 15 dislike, it must be a bad video. I'm not gonna. They just skip right through it. So that kind of like cannot get our reviews out there, cannot get our words out there, cannot get our group out there. So really, having more like is beneficial than dislikes, because the dislike basically tells people that they don't like the content of whatever this video is, and you use that to judge whether or not you want to watch it. Congrats to my team. Maya is getting 2,000 views in his video. His video is short and sweet, so his videos usually got all the information in there in a really nice packed review review video, and he does a great job, so he deserves a 2,000 view. I think that's a good thing. I'm kind of happy for him. You know, so when you see your own video get 2,000 views, you must be super happy, because I know I would. I usually get about 100 views, which is about the maximum amount of members that we have to view that. So, which is okay with me. Really, this chat, is for me to interact with you guys. So, the view counts afterward doesn't really bother me. So, I'm okay with that. But for Martina Maya, congratulations. Good job. I can't keep short because I only do it twice a week. If you add up 15 minutes, you do have 2 hours. So, right? Besides, I hate editing. I just don't like editing. I don't like to cut out the part that I go e o o u. I just like to interact, normally with you guys. How you interact with me, I interact with you. That's how unedited. Everything's unedited. How I am is unedited. That's what I like about this whole thing. To interact with everybody unedited is the best thing I want to do. And I know a lot of people is complaining about Facebook right now. I checked out Facebook, and there was really no difference. There's really no difference other than now it's all white. All right, the logo changed a little bit. The blue border is gone. There's no night mode. The chat does have night mode. Like the messenger does have night mode. The whole page it doesn't. So like when you look at it, it's like killing your eyes. Hopefully they'll release a night mode or something come out soon. But there's not a lot of platform right now that will do what Facebook does to allow a group to freely, be a group, share contents and not having to go all over the place, So hopefully they'll fix that, because they say on the news that, they're focusing on group now. So, hopefully they'll add more content to the group, how group is gonna, interact and stuff like that. That would be great, if they allow me to, in the group to add titles to everybody. First thing I'll do is add Ash Queen to Sherry's title. Right. Very dark taste. It's very pungent. It's not bitter or anything. It's actually towards the sweeter side. So in a assassin scale of sweetness, this is probably like, if 5 is mutual, like you just can't taste bitter or sweet, and 1 is super sweet like sugar, and 10 is super bitter like, I don't know, think of something that's bitter. Sumo wrestler's foot or something, I don't know. This is probably like a 4. It's kind of towards the sweeter side. So burn's not bad. The construction and the burn quality is to be expected from like my father's cigar, especially Pepin Garcia. And this is probably the 3rd TAA release that I smoked this year. In comparison, I don't think this will be the number 1 TAA that I've tried this year. Okay. I think I actually like hate to say it, I actually like the Padron's TAA better. So I'm not sure. Maybe because of size or something like that. The presentation is there though. The presentation is definitely there. I'll taste something else too, a little bit salty or something. I just had to pinpoint what that is. So that would take a little bit to figure out what that is, what that really is. I think the salty is more related to the hay taste. It's like a grassy saltiness to it, but it's not salt. It's just saltiness to it, What I think about Hair the Dog, like I say, it has the punch, it has the strength. It will get you sick if you smoke too fast, and I think I did, because the draw was horrible. I can't continue to try to draw it out of it. It's just horrible draw on that one. It is a box press, so it's burning funny. All I tasted was tobacco and maybe some cedar, like a really covered up cedar. It was like as if I was smoking through a film. So the taste is covered a lot. So even though it was a good cigar, it was like not a lot of taste, but a lot of strength. So for me, I couldn't even finish that cigar before I started to feel like, oh my god, a little bit dizzy. I need some air. So it was definitely not something that I would choose as a daily cigar. It's definitely not something that I would buy a box for. But I decided to try it because I did see Tim carry it. Now the funny story about Hair of the Dog is when we ordered the egg rolls. Tim thought I was talking about Hair of the Dog, but I was actually talking to him about the egg roll. He figured out later that he actually had Hair of the Dog, not egg roll. So he had to call the company and try to get egg roll. So that's how he had some egg roll at the end. So I was interested to try that Hair of the Dog. The presentation is nice, and obviously the name did not make sense to me. If you know what is the name, story behind the name Hair of the Dog, you let me know. I actually don't know why it's called Hair of the Dog, because it didn't look like Hair of the Dog. It did not relate that story to me. I guess it just totally missed me. So if you know why it's called the Hair of the Dog, let me know. Is Hair of the Dog supposed to mean something? That I don't know. I mean, that's something that I have to look into. I don't know why it's, if Hair of the Dog is supposed to mean something. Besides, Hair of the Dog is not called fur, because you don't call dog hair, you call dog fur, right? That fur of leather. Right? Technically, hair has to grow on head. The rest is really fur. In technicality, it's like, if you think about it, it's like whatever that's on your arm, your chest, your back, your butt, your leg, those are technically fur, right? Whatever that's on your, it's called hair. It had to be on your head, because it's hair, head, hair, head, right? Fur, hair. I remember the old definition was that the fur is on leather, which is skin, and hair is on head, scalp. So it comes from the saying, the hair of the dog that bit you. Consume as a hangover remedy. After a long night of drinking, you go to sleep, wake up, and the hangover, and the alcoholic drink to get rid of the hangover. Hair of the dog. Okay, that cigar will make you more drunk. That cigar will make you more drunk for sure. Or wake you up from an alcoholic, because it did cover up some of my whiskey taste when I was drinking the whiskey with it. It was thought that if you inject the hair of a dog that bit you, it will prevent rabies. Really? Are you serious? Who came up with that idea? Inject the hair of a dog that bit you will prevent rabies. Who came up with that idea? Alright, so yeah, the sweetness is really at the nose. You get this really after aroma of sweetness, sweet cedar, sweet dry fruit-ish flavor to it, and pepper in your nose. And the mouth part is literally more bitter side of it. The more, I would say closer to the cedar, but it's like a leftover cedar bitterness. Alright, so leftover. So if you retrohale this smoke is gonna do more for you and better for you than the mouth, because just the mouth, it tastes more wood, you taste more hay and cedar. and the nose is much sweeter. Once it goes through the nose, it's sweet. It gets sweeter. It goes. It comes out with the dry fruit, with the sweet cedar, just a little bit of cocoa. It's more sweet if it went through the nose. Hey, Christina, what's going on? Burn wise, still okay. It's kind of but it's okay. It does sound pretty good. It is pretty good cigar. I remember it's pricey though. It was about between $16 and $18. I can't remember exact, but it was about that range. Yeah, I had to look at the receipt, and I don't even know what the receipt is. So, but you know, if you guys are interested, I can look it up for you guys. I think I can still find these. Long day over there. Okay, how's the weather? You know, it's funny because an hour ago I had to turn on the heat because it was really cold in my basement still. But I could walk outside with just a jacket, not jacket, or just a t-shirt, and that was okay. So I don't know why my basement's so cold today. Yeah, through the nose, definitely sweeter. Smoke production on this, actually relatively good, pretty good. If you keep it warm and nice, it's gotta continue to give you this twisty smoke. It's actually really good. The presentation wise, going out smoke one of these, you look pretty kick-ass because it's thick, it's TORO, it's big. But before I forget, let's get that out of the way. So to celebrate Brendan's success, I asked you guys to post a photo of what Brendan's brand, Brendan's whatever, anything that relates to Brendan, post. And the winner will get the 3 cigars. You will get a New World Natural. Alright. I believe this is natural. New World Natural. You will get a Gran Habano Blue in Green. Alright. And that's Robusto. And you will also get a Casa Cuevas Habano Robusto. And all I had to do was just look in Facebook and check. And just randomly press 1 to see which one I see. Alright? So give me a second. I'll tell you which one I end up getting. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. Facebook. And why did Facebook pull out weather? And then I'm gonna search for hashtag. Hashtag. Cigar mechanic rocks. What, did I type that wrong? Let me double check that. So I'm just looking through the pages right now. Okay. Cigars mechanic rock. I typed it wrong. Okay, cigars mechanic rock. Okay. And just few under mine, so here we go. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ready? I'm just gonna score it and then press, okay? Alright, the winner is Sherry. Sherry is the winner for these 3 cigars. Alright, you just saw it. I just scored and pressed, basically. It's totally random. So, as you can see, Sherry made this post. So, Sherry is the winner. Sherry, make sure to send me a message afterwards so that I remember to send you something. I'll send you these. you know, that should do it. Anyways. So that was easy, right? That was pretty easy. You know, usually I had to bring it upstairs. Honey, just randomly choose one. But today I don't have to do that, which is good. While we're still in the beginning of the video, I want to remind everybody Saturday is May 4th, where we'll be smoking together the Magic Toast. Alright, don't miss that. Don't miss that. And make sure you take a picture of you smoking this and put it up. And I will announce what the hashtag is going to be on that particular post. And winner will get one of these. That's why I'm smoking this today. Winner will get one of these. Pretty easy, right? Just smoke along, take a picture, put the hashtag on, and you'll be in your way to win one of these. This is a serious cigar, though. Like you know, in terms of size, the look, the presentation. Like you know, if this was created back in, I don't know, 1700, 1800, you would think only the royals will be able to smoke it because the color, blue, gold, red. You know, it's just that you know, that kind of color for the royalties to smoke. So I actually like this kind of design. I mean, I think there's another design that's similar to this, but I can't remember what the name of it. It's also like very regal, very cool, very like elegant. While Sherry is on, I'm thinking to do some sort of competition for the ash length too. I wanted to make sure that's even though. It'll be a particular cigar, like a cigar that you know that most people will have or something like that. And everybody should smoke that cigar and get the best ash they could out of that cigar and post it up. We'll see who's gonna be the crown the cigar queen or cigar king, where Sherry will have to defend her title. That was pretty cool. And I think the key is really to get the same cigar. You know, if you smoke a you know woody, you always gotta get a long cigar because that thing is thick and it's long, right? So you always gotta get a long cigar ash. But you know, get the real skill has to be the same cigar. Most likely it's gotta be like a Filthy Viking or something like that. So you actually have the length for it. Southern Rock Cedars. I think that's the problem. Southern Rock Cedars, not everybody has that cigar, right? But if it's something like a Cigar's Daily Cigar, you can easily pick it up. So we'll find out. We'll find out. Let me look into it. Which one we can do easily and you know budget friendly and stuff like that. And let's do it for the summer or something like that to see who can get the best ash out of it. Where Sherry will have to defend her title, and the winner will get. The winner will get bragging right for 6 months. Okay, bragging right for 6 months. And every 6 months we'll do another challenge, right? And some sort of cigar to go with it. Some sort of cigar to go with it. I had to look into my humidor, which one I think that will be a suitable gift for this one. Probably something like Davidoff related. It's gonna be good. What does that taste? A little bit cooling taste to this. I can't figure out. Why don't we do a part 2 of the Magic Toast Ash contest? Only because I think the Magic Toast is too short to even make it a challenge. All you had to do was get 1/3 through. You're almost done with the cigar. So I think Magic Toast is too short for actual cigar challenge. So I wanted to get like a really substantial one where you had to hold your cigar for at least hour 30 minutes to, because once after you're done with that 1 hour, your hands start to shake, you start to get more relaxed. It really takes some concentration to get the actual thing. Because when we did it at Cigars Daily, we did was Filthy Viking, and it was pretty good cigar to do with. So it's not gonna kill you. It's not that strong. It's not that strong, and then it's very enjoyable to smoke, and it has more than 1 hour smoke time on it. So that's why I wanted to do that. All right, Brendan, talk to you later, man. So yeah, that's the goal in it. So either we go get a Filthy Viking, or I choose another random cigar that we can all pick up. Maybe even support Brendan with this. Let's do a 1502 cigar. Do you guys enjoy? Have you guys tried the 1502 cigars yet? I did a review on the Emerald. It was okay. I mean, it's more like lighter and not a crazy cigar. It could be an everyday cigar kind of thing. So if you guys want to pitching idea which cigar we should use for the challenge, go ahead and let me know which one, so we can all vote on it, or we can decide on it. I just definitely want a cigar that has length and not too crazy of strength. So yeah, box press is hard to do that too. Reason being, box press is not evenly weighted. All right, when circle, every part of the weight is the same, right? So you can turn them and still the same weight. But box press, one side is actually wider than the other usually. So it's like if you turn it, the weight changes, the shift of the weight. So you can't really do a good ash out of it. You gotta get good ash. You gotta use a round one. So today is my grandmother-in-law's birthday. We called her earlier. It's kind of annoying because every time you call, first thing she asks is, "You guys have kids yet?" You're like, "It's not up to me, It's not up to me. What you call every time I call you, you ask for a kid. What do you want me to do? Just go adopt a kid? Would that be faster? Because I can't just a kid shows up. I don't have that glove. Well, it will be reversed, right? It will be like, and then a baby just popped out. So I really can't do that. Every time she just asks, when you guys have a kid, I can finally die when you have kids. Well, if you tell me that, then I'm not gonna have kids, because if as soon as I have a kid, okay, hey grandma, we have kid, and she just go, that kind of defeat the point. So we are trying, but you just basically made it harder for us to say we have a kid. You're on deathbed, and we're like, we finally got a kid. You're like so happy he died. That's not what we want. Stop telling us that I can finally die once you have kids. Doesn't help. That doesn't help. That really doesn't help. It's like usually people threaten us if we don't have kids. You're the opposite. You're saying that if we have kids, you will die. Not the good way to do it. So, grandma, I know you never will watch this because you're in China, but seriously, come on. Seriously, if you want a kid from me, and if I can just create it right now, like magical, whoosh, I'll pop the kid, then I'll do it. I'll do it 15 times. I'll do it 20 times. Just pop babies everywhere. It's like, but babies everywhere. But I can't. So, man, those kind of things. Now, my wife actually asked me, it's like, are we gonna be the same way when we get old? I was like, probably. We gotta complain about kids, and then we gotta keep asking our kids to have kids. How does that make sense? Complain about kids, but keep asking our kids to have kids. It's like the final torture, the final revenge. It's like, I took care of you for the last how many years? Now I'm old. I want to see you suffer too. I don't mind to have kids. I love kids, but it's not up to me. It's not up to me. Really not up to me. Right, a little bit of herb, star anise or some sort of cooling herb is coming up. The little taste that's surfacing conversion over from the sweet cedar at this point. This is a little bit more than 1/3. A little bit more than 1/3. A little bitter cedar starts to come through, like a stronger cedar. Like a cedar mixed with something. It wasn't just complete cedar. Something it was mixed with it that created that little bit of bitterness to it. I wouldn't call that a pleasing bitterness. It's some weird bitterness. But we'll see if that goes away. It's just part of the conversion. I'm trying to get rid of this band. I got the bottom one to turn. See if I can get the top one to turn too. If it doesn't turn, usually means that it got some of the leaf in there. Here we go. Sometimes the glue gets some of the leaves. But still, that's a lot of work. You have to tape these bands by hand. You can't do it you're not doing the machine. So, yeah. Let me get it off, and I'll just get up and show it to you. Give me 1 second. Let me get it to it. Let me get down to it. Come on. You can do this. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna rip it. Actually, I want to show you guys how perfect this band is, okay? How am I gonna do this? Let me get another camera going. Here we go. So, this is the back of the band. You can see the My Father sign there. Can you see that? The edge of this thing perfectly matches the flower end of it. You see this flower? And you see this My Father's? This red end matches this end. That's how perfect this band is. You see this little red dot? This is part of this band. This little red dot is part of that band. So, you see this My Father band right here? You see that little red dot right there? It matches the other side of the band. That makes it perfect. So when it wraps over, it's literally cover up the other side and then makes that symmetrical to the other side. This is awesome. So this is the bottom of the band. So it says TAA exclusive 2019 on it. It says original. Alright, and this is the top band, which is not as cool as the other one because that's just a regular overlap. So I'm gonna rip this up. That's the top band. This is a pretty cool band. I would say this is a pretty cool band. Nicely designed. It's got the Pepin Garcia logo on the side, both sides. It's got American flag, and it's got a Statue of Liberty on the bottom. I don't know why, but it does. Like right here, Statue of Liberty. Huh. Yo, Harrison. Harrison, while you're here, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Let me close this one. Alright, so back to the chat. Harrison, got a question for you. What cigar does TNT carries? That's one of your best sellers. That's at least the same size as Filthy Viking. That's very affordable. And that's good. Don't give me a crappy one. Don't tell me a crappy one. You gotta tell me a good one, where all the members will be happy with you smoking. Because we're gonna run an ash contest. Alright, so to do an ash contest, we need everybody to smoke the same cigar. So recommend a cigar that you guys carry that everybody will enjoy smoking, that's long enough to have some serious ash. So that it cannot be short filler. because that's like putting everybody to failure. Long filler, long cigar, something good to smoke. Come on, you should know this by heart. You should know this by heart, man. Yeah, I did pick up a little bit of leaf from getting the thing off. I'm just gonna rip it off. Liga Privada number 10. How long is that one? It's all good. Liga Privada number 10 or King's Conquest. Let's say it's Liga number 10. How long is Liga number 10? Is it at least 6 inches? What size is Liga number 10? Lancero doesn't really count for ashes. Toro Robusto 660. So torpedo Toro. So it's about 6 by 54. Alright. So Liga Privada number 10. I'm actually interested to try it too. Let's put that as in consideration. What do you guys think? Sherry, if you're still on, have you tried Liga number 10 before? And King's Conquest. What size is the King's Conquest? Had number 9 and 52. I guess that is a good start point. If we all try something different, Liga number 10 and get an ash going, that might be fun, right? That might be fun. I mean, we all know how fast Cigars Daily ship. So is TNT, because Cigars Daily ship the same way TNT does. So if we was to get a, an order for the group to get that going, I think everybody will get it within 2 to 3 days. And there's no lawsuit going on? There's no lawsuit going on? I guess, okay, so in that case, give us a little background of what's in Liga number 10. What's in Liga number 10? What's in the TNT Liga number 10 cigar? Okay, so now that I'm getting halfway through, it has more of a flavor profile similar to a Connecticut cigar right now, like the mannequins going on. So cedar all the way. Cedar all the way. It's a good chocolate cigar, hella pepper, Connecticut broadleaf, Nicaraguan filler and binder. Come on, of all the one you choose, you had to choose the one with hell peppers. I can't do peppers, man. I can't do peppers, man. What else? How bad is the pepper? Is it just the initial pepper, or is that pepper throughout? Liga Blonde Rosado. Let's look into that. Like I said before, earlier, the Facebook Live, we always supported Cigars Daily. And I think that, because we always support Cigars Daily, we tend to forget, the roots of Cigars Daily is TNT. And TNT sells some serious good cigars. And I really want to start taking this time to let people know, don't forget TNT, because TNT does carry a lot of good stuff too. if anything, is actually broader spectrum than Cigars Daily. Cigars Daily did, very good for the cigars that we want, and I think, for regular stuff, we could always go to TNT as well. So I want to take this good chance to ask all the members to support TNT Cigar as well, because it is the roots of how this started. We all started the journey starting with TNT and then Cigars Daily and then now. So I think that it'll be a good opportunity to get back to TNT and just basically see if if Harrison's gonna treat us right. We do know that if we don't get the cigar, we get to bother Harrison. We're gonna call him and say, Harrison, shouldn't you send the Shadow Smokers Legion cigar first? Right? So they are going through some changes too, and I think it's a good opportunity to really get back at them, right? Let's clean out their inventory. Let's make Harrison so busy that he will never be late to our live stream anymore. That would be great. That way, maybe Harrison can be on time making his videos, because I haven't seen any videos coming out, man. hey, that doesn't count, man. That doesn't count. Dude, my show goes to 11, man. Have 1 more hour. 8:30 is what? What time is that? So, yeah, I really think that I want to get back to TNT, because TNT was where I shopped my cigar before Cigars Daily appeared, right? I bought a few of the the sampler, the deals when Tim and Bradley were together, and they got me more interested in this. And I think that now TNT is going so much changes, a lot more stuff are coming in, like Harrison said, they literally have like double the product or something like that. Now if I can find his messages, triple the product that they have now. It's a really good time to try it. I think that through all these transitions and stuff like that, we need to support the brick and mortar, the online orders and all stuff like that. So all the good stuff will come, and that way we encourage Harrison to get off his lazy butt and start making some good shows for us too. That's right. I'm picking on you, Harrison. That you're not making enough. Look how many video Martin Amaya pulled out, and he had to work regular jobs, and you're doing it for your job. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Harrison, if you gotta do a live video, you better be smoking that Liga number 10. Tell us about it, so that we can at least decide whether or not that's a good contender for our long Ash challenge. Because Sherry will have to defend her title as the Ash Queen. You're out of service like 90% of the time. That's your excuse. Not a great excuse for me. So yeah, make sure you if you gotta smoke, you gotta make a video. Let us know about that Liga number 10. I think our members probably don't know much about that cigar. Have we not heard about it? Because I thought when you say Liga number 10 was that new Liga number 10 from Liga Privada. So, because you did say Liga Privada number 10 on top. I think you did. Was I wrong? Was I wrong on that? I think you did say Liga Privada number 10. Like everybody here is like expert of what's going on in Cigars Daily Nation, and we already know what cigars they have all the time. And I really, at this time, I would say, let's look into TNT, see what they have. Now, if they have crappy selections, then we can blame Harrison for it, and constantly tell Harrison, you need to bring something else better for us. But if they have good cigar, good cigar deals, why not, right? It's all about the deals. So yeah, I'm here and I'm telling you, Harrison, there's no good deals, if there's no good deals, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do, what we're gonna do. Again, I've mentioned it to Harrison before, and I gotta say it again. TNT Cigar should really do a sampler just for the Shadow Smokers Legion. Call it the Shadow Smokers Legion sampler. Do that. Do that. Do that. Right? Sherry, wouldn't you think that's pretty cool? Anybody else that's on the chat, wouldn't you think that's pretty cool to have a Shadow Smokers Legion sampler? I think we have a lot of new members, even just today. And I think a lot of members doesn't know what kind of cigar to go to. And then I want to be able to suggest them more different kind of cigars for the beginners. And even just for the beginner, that would be great, because I think the beginning stage of cigar smoking is the most important, because that's when you decide that you love it or you hate it, this hobby, right? I know a lot of people that start cigar and 2 or 3 months later they're like, that's not for me, and they start to get rid of their humidor and their cigars and stuff like that. But you can really enjoy it if you start off on the right foot. Get the good cigar and really learn to taste the cigar, to really learn to enjoy the cigar. And that's, I think, enjoyment, it should be number one, right? Taste and everything after. Enjoyment is number one. So having a good sampler for the beginners, I think that's really gotta help a lot of our new members. Really gotta help a lot of members that wasn't like, it's in cigars, but they really don't know that there is actually a learning curve, right? A lot of people that smoke cigar don't know there's a learning curve. They go out to a cigar lounge and pick up whatever cigar and they just smoke it. They were overwhelmed by all the brands, right? If you go into a cigar shop, you see all the brands and all the faces of each cigar. You're like, which one should I smoke? Which one should I smoke? And then you'll go choose the one that looks the best. You gotta choose the one that has the best decoration or presentations, right? As soon as you gotta go pick up that owner is gonna look at you like, are you new? Bad idea. And then you gotta pick up something that looks almost no presentation to it. You either gotta pick up a store blend cigar, or you gotta pick up something that's really light in Connecticut. Is not impressive, because you look at everybody else is smoking some crazy cigars. You're smoking this light Connecticut. You're like, that's not fun. Hey, Christopher, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining. So, Shadow Smokes Legion should join the fight to make this fun. We should join how to make this fun for the new members. How and not just the new members, the people that is trying, the people that want to try the cigar hobby, the people that really want to get into it and go, this hobby is interesting. I just have some really good cigar and I don't even know how to smell cigars, right? I don't taste anything. I taste tobacco, but this thing is good. I can get used to that. When they say that, that's like the holy grail for everybody, right? It's like, oh, I get this. All right, Harrison, talk to you later. So, I think that, for all of us, the same thing. When we try to introduce a cigar to our friends who doesn't even smoke to start with, when they smoke it, all they taste is tobacco, right? They gotta go, what's so fun about this? I don't know. I don't get this. You smoke it, you get it out of your mouth. All I taste is cigar, and I'm gonna smell like cigar afterward. What's so fun about this? People in the chat room, tell me what makes it fun for you. What is so enjoyable in this cigar hobby that keep bringing you back? And don't tell me nicotine. Don't tell me nicotine, because we all know that you're not gonna get hooked by this just because nicotine. I've seen so many people quit cigars. That just tells you that nicotine isn't the reason why you keep going back to cigar. Nicotine is not the reason. Cigarette is different. You always go back because it's something else that's really get you hooked, right? Cigar, people will quit on call. They literally go, this is not for me. It's too expensive. Now I gotta do it again. And they can literally not ever smoke again. They can literally not ever smoke again. That tells you the nicotine isn't the issue. I've seen a lot of people that takes months off, takes years off from smoking cigar, and went back again because they start to meet more people that does it. But what makes it fun for you? What makes it fun for you? My favorite part of smoking a cigar is the meditation time and the rejuvenation I'm able to get from spending that time contemplating the past, present, and future events. Makes me slow down the moment. It's relaxing. Yes, and that's one of those things. Like, you take your time, like especially when you smoke alone. When you smoke alone, you start to have that, you start to think about this particular cigar. You start to think about how it was made, how they get you from growing it to get to your hand, and you don't really think about whatever thing that's like stressing you out for the day, right? You don't think about what you're gonna do. You might think about what you gotta do after, but that moment you look at a cigar. It's like, this hour is for you. This 1 hour is for you, cigar. You look so beautiful. This 1 hour is for you. Just the two of us, and we can make it if we try. Just the two of us, you and I, right? It's one of those things, right? You just want to smoke it, and you just really want to taste it. Know, like, oh, did I just taste this? Did I just taste that? Is that what cedar tastes like? You start to wonder. It's like, aside from tobacco, what else did I taste? You start to think about, and then after you finish tasting it, you're like, oh, now I can really relax. And whatever that the nicotine and stuff like that makes you relax and everything, sure. And then you're just like, I don't want to think about anything else. I want to think about vacation. What cigar am I gonna bring with me to vacations? You start to ask yourself, you're like, this thing is actually pretty good. I need to get more of these. I hope they still have them, right? You start to think about other stuff that's not, my boss is an asshole. My boss is horrible. He made me do all his jobs. Why am I still in my work? I'm not gonna go to work tomorrow. You don't think about that. You think about relaxation. When you smoke cigarette, it actually make you have all those bad thoughts too. When I smoke cigarette, I think about all the bad things that I haven't taken care of. I think about all the things that bothers me. But when I smoke cigar, I don't. And actually, it's even more enjoyable when I talk to friends, when I meet friends smoking a cigar. We just talk about fun stuff. What movie have you been watching? What book have you been reading? What game has you been playing? Whenever I smoke cigarettes, it's always bad things. Talk about bad things. Like, this thing bothers me. That person bothers me. So. The camaraderie theories I'm able to have when I do occasional smoke in the lounge with friends. And lounge is very important too, because you go to meet friends. You meet friends that you probably will never speak to in the street, right? And it's amazing that if you think about it this way, right? You go out and talk to somebody. Hey, nice to meet you. My name is Tony. And they ask you, so what do you do? What do you do for fun? You will never say smoking a cigarette. I love to smoke cigarette. See, I have a whole cotton here. I'm about to light one out cigarette. When you do that, they go, oh, okay, sure. Yeah, go ahead. Don't mind me. It's okay. But when you have cigars, totally different story. So what do you like to do? Oh, I like to smoke cigars. Cigars, really relax me and everything. Oh, really? I smoke cigar too. What do you like to smoke? What kind of cigar do you like? And that starts a conversation right there. So it's really a more positive side. I don't. There's always stigma here, and there's always propaganda and all that stuff talking about how cigar is bad. But there's always two sides to a coin, right? There's always two sides to a coin. People who really enjoy it really enjoys it. But to get to that enjoyment, first you had to get through that initial test of yourself, right? You know, can I contribute the 1 hour? Can I take 1 hour a day or 2 hours a day to relax for myself, right? Is this cigar worth my 2 hours? Don't tell me you never had a cigar that you're like, I'm not gonna continue. This thing tastes like crap. If you smoke enough cigar, that will happen to you. You will find the cigar that you can spend 5 minutes with. Good car, good car, good car. And you gotta, and that kind of stuff that turns your way. How do we make it more fun? How do we make it more enjoyable for the people that just started this? You know. And I know also a lot of people get turned away because when they hear the amount of maintenance that it will take to keep your cigars. Actually, it's quite simple. It's quite simple. So long it doesn't crack, doesn't mold, you're fine. Right? Doesn't crack, doesn't mold, you're fine. Drew Estate and Don Burton, Cuban honey. Drew Estate and Don Burton, TNT and Foundation. Who wins? And what's your favorite steak from those three? For me? Drew Estate probably wins. For me, Drew Estate probably wins. Drew Estate probably wins for me. Drew Estate makes good cigar and a good range of cigars. I think that's a key, a good range of cigars. Now, if you talk about Don Burton, it's actually usually pretty strong cigars, right? It's actually for people that has been smoked for a while. So, and Foundation cigars, just not me particular. So Drew Estate will win for me, if out of those three. The FSG from DE was delicious. I think I only smoked one FSG so far, and only because the band looked interesting. But I never went around and just go, I'm gonna find another FSG to buy. That's probably my problem, because I have so many. There's always so many other cigars that you want to try that sometimes you just overlook certain brands, certain presentations, certain blends of cigars. I'm not saying that that one is better than another, but when you had to make choices, like what am I gonna keep? My humidor. You choose the one that you already tried and really like, right? So, FSG I have not had a lot. I had one. But it was pretty good though. It wasn't bad. It was pretty good. I had to give this a touch up because one side is not burning completely like the other side. But I'm gonna tell you, it's my basement. Lately, everything I smoke kind of wonky. Sometimes I kind of help it correct it a little bit by tapping that extras off. So far, good cigar though. The transition is very clear. You can tell that this transition in taste and flavor very clearly from 1/3 to half. Definitely more very clearly on that one. It gets more woodsy at the end, at the middle. So. But yeah. I think that's always the challenge for people who has been enjoying this this hobby and trying to find friends that will also share that hobby, and converting your friend over to do the same thing is quite hard because smoking does has its own bad name, right? Which is funny because kids never have problem finding another friend that vapes. That's smoking too, but I guess it has to do with the advertisement and all that stuff, and then Juul and all that stuff. Just it's not that healthy for you, to be really honest. Smoking something out of cotton, I don't know. Pure is good. Pure is good, right? You wouldn't want to eat a steak that's 80% steak and 20% something else, right? So, there's always way to defend cigar. You can always come out with 1,000 reasons to defend cigar, but at the same time, you can find 1,000 reasons why cigar is bad for you. Whatever you enjoy, right? Whatever you enjoy. This is what I enjoy. This is what I enjoy. And it does have its drawback. When you're not careful about yourself and just choose that one cigar is too strong for you, you gotta pay for it. You're gonna pay for it. But that makes you learn. So I'm not ready for that one yet. I go with something else. Slowly transition. It's almost like playing a game, right? As you level up, there's more you can do. Level up. More you can do. Cigar is one of those things that you'll never ever find a person that says, I've smoked it all. I've smoked it all. There's not one cigar I never tried before and I'm bored. I tried them all. No, you never gotta hear anybody do that. There's always some new blend. There's always some new brand. There's always some new design. It's a continuous, long-term hobby that will never get you bored because you'll always find something different. You'll always find something new, which is, I think, is the best part. You're always gonna, as you get better at smoking cigars, even going back to the cigar that you have when you're a beginner, you gotta find a totally complete different world, right? You gotta find the notes that you never noticed before. You gotta find that, oh no, it's so much easier to smoke. I get to try differently. I get to test it out when I taste different notes. I get to test it out how it feel like. When I first smoked a Connecticut cigar, that thing was heavy. That thing is strong. But now that it's easier, I can really take my time on it. I can fast forward. I can smoke it really fast. Get the notes from warm, hot cigar. Or I can really take my time because now I'm more skilled at it and slow down and really search for what I have missed, right? Just like watching the old movie again. Sometimes you find things that you don't remember you even see. And doing that for your old cigar is really good. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. So, once in a while, I will go back and smoke a Romeo and Julieta. It might be more light than I like sometimes, but I find that I can taste more. I find that I can find more in that cigar. And that is the best thing about cigar hobbies, that even as an expert, you will still find new stuff, things that you never find before from the cigar that you smoked before. Even the one that you didn't like when you first started, you might really hate a cigar particularly, and because your progression, you start to smoke stronger cigars. You start to smoke heavier Maduros, dark broadleaf, that kind of stuff. But you dig through your humidor and say, oh, I still got one of these that I don't smoke anymore. I'm just gonna light it up, and then you go, ooh, I never knew this was good. That's the best part about cigar smoking. You always gotta find something new. You always gotta find something nice. You always find a new way to cater to the way that you smoke. You gotta find new equipment. You gotta find cutter that makes you happy. You gotta find lighter that makes you happy. I like to buy lighters. It makes me happy just to carry it around. You gotta find, as technology goes better and better, you gotta find more equipment that's gonna help you smoke the cigars. People that's crafty, they'll start to make their own ashtrays. They'll start to making their own ash picks. They'll start to make their own humidor even, and that is accomplished on its own. So work cigar into your hobby. It's actually a really cool thing. You can't do that with cigarette. I've never heard anything. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you ever heard anything new technology out of cigarette alone. Have you ever heard something new just came out for cigarette? I've never seen one. Have you seen one? Smoking cigarette is not a hobby. Smoking cigarette is not a hobby. It's a habit. There's a difference between a hobby and a habit. You enjoy your hobby. You do it out of habit, but don't make cigarette your habit. It's not good. It's not good. For those people who smoke both at the same time, it's like, sometimes I just need that cigarette. You don't need that cigarette. You will find before without that cigarette. But cigars gotta change your life, right? Cigars gotta change. Why so many people do cigar? I don't think there's one celebrity that have never smoked cigar before. Every celebrity has smoked cigar before. I think even majority of the sports athletes has smoked cigar at one time in their life to celebrate. Why? You don't celebrate a cigarette. In fact, if you smoke cigarette, your coach will probably tell you to stop. That's gotta ruin your time. That's gotta ruin your record. Smoking cigars. Never heard anybody complain about it. Never heard anyone complain about it. I think that the bad image of cigar came from lobbyists. Came from, actually, I would think from cigarette companies. Because to cigarette companies, their biggest competition is cigars. Right? If you put 1 and 2 together, the biggest threat for cigarette is people who convert to cigar. They will never buy cigarette again. If all you need was nicotine. Nicotine is not gonna hook you. Nicotine really doesn't have the dependency on it. The nicotine make you feel a certain way, sure. But do you depend on it? No. No, not really. There are plenty of people that use smoke patches. I don't know if you know the nicotine patches to get rid of, to stop smoking cigarette. Does that really work? It's all your mind. Your mind is telling you that I already have nicotine, so I don't need cigarettes. When I crave cigarette, you'll still crave cigarette. That's why you had to do it for so long. You get used to that nicotine. Mentally, it's almost like a placebo effect that make you feel like you don't need to smoke. But I think that I've seen a lot of people that use the nicotine patches still smoke. Nicotine is not the reason why you continue to go back, because, like I say, I've seen so many people quit smoking cigars. Whether it was financial reason, whether it was because it's time consuming, or if their spouse doesn't like it, they were able to quit just like that. Done. All right, I got rid of all my stuff. Moving on. You're getting more nicotine out of this, really. But does it hook you because of nicotine? Come on. Let's be honest to ourselves here. Let's be really honest with ourselves here. That's not the reason. That's not the reason. Nicotine really itself doesn't do much other than relax you a little bit. Too much of it gives you diarrhea, makes you dizzy. It's not gonna hook you. I mean, I've seen so many people that smoke too strong of a cigar and they feel sick afterward and they never go back again. Is it nicotine that gets you? I don't think so. If that's the case, they'll continue to smoke whatever they're smoking and get sick every time because they couldn't stop. So it's not nicotine that gets you. This cigar is good. Other than the wonky burn, like a really weird burn, I don't think I have much complaint about the cigar, to be really honest with you. Now I start to transition back to closer to the first third. Stronger. I would say this is towards the medium plus. Alright, medium plus strength. Maybe towards the medium plus side. But it's not like a cigar where a beginner cannot enjoy just for a little bit. I don't know if a beginner would be able to go all the way to the end. But it doesn't have a lot of tobacco taste, if that's what I'm trying to convey. For beginner, the biggest challenge to get over that tobacco taste, in my opinion, is to get over that tobacco taste and start to taste everything else. Because I remember I talked to a lot of people that I always tell me, it's like, I can't tell the difference between two cigars. They all taste the same to me. Just tobacco. All I taste is tobacco. and that does happen as a beginner, though. That does happen. It's not that you didn't taste it. It's that you didn't realize that you tasted it because you're so focused in that tobacco. You're so focused at that standard tobacco flavor that you forget that there is something else on there too. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I think this is why majority of the beginner goes towards flavored cigar, because it's flavored. So that actually covers up. It's easier to taste, right? It covers up that tobacco flavor. You actually taste something, so you go towards the flavor cigars. But I don't think that's the right way to do it. To do it right, you really want to continue to smoke your regular ones, even if Bondo or whatever. Continue to smoke the one that tastes like tobacco, and work your way around. Try to isolate that tobacco flavor. Then you start to get everything else. And then, you know, I when I first taste something, it wasn't my first cigar. My first cigar, I can't taste anything but tobacco. I just continue to smoke the same one over again, because I bought 5-pack of all the cigars that I smoked in the beginner as a beginner, and I remember one day I was just smoking over there. I was sitting over there and go, wait, did I just taste almond? I think I taste some cream too. Maybe vanilla. Is this something I drink? And I continued to puff. I literally just went through it really quickly. I felt sick afterward because I thought I was mistaken, and I feel like I need to continue to try to find that flavor. I was literally doing this. And just keep going. Just find that flavor again. And that's when I realized that I can actually find the flavor. It takes time. It takes some focus. It takes some changing the way you smoke to get that. And that was fun. And I as soon as I find it, I start to try other cigars. I mean, the progression there, like the door just opened. Psh, now you're worthy. Welcome to the world. You know, it's one of those things, you know, it just saw the door opens up and you go, now you're worthy to try everything else, right? But when I do the flavor cigars, I didn't think like it tastes like how they describe. And the biggest mistake is because one of the flavor cigars I bought was Java Mint. If you bought the Java Mint before, you know what I'm talking about. It tastes nothing like mint, because I love mint chocolate, and it tastes nothing like mint. Nothing like mint. So I thought it was me that wasn't good enough to smoke the cigar. That I continue to just smoke it. I just can't find that mint. I just I even tried to chew mint after to see if I can find the mint, but it tastes nothing like mint. And that was the biggest mistake. So if I was able to go back and do it again, I would never buy any flavor cigars. I would just go straight Connecticut, Maduro. It wouldn't be Connecticut flavored, blah 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 blah, Cuba, cappuccino, and then that. I really realized that the flavor cigar actually tastes like flavor cigar after I've put away all my flavor cigar into another jar. And one day I just opened it. I smell that coffee notes. I smell it. Oh, that thing smells so good. And then I went back to smoke one of them, and then I tasted the coffee, the cappuccino, the cocoa notes in there. But that was way after. So I feel like my journey of learning the cigar notes got extended much longer. It's like you took you're on your first semester in college and you decide halfway through to take a year off. It feels like that. I could have get to bachelor degrees in 3.5 years, but I actually took 5 years, technically in that perspective, because I smoked the flavor cigar. So whenever my friends like, what do you recommend? I always recommend them some light Connecticut natural cigars instead of, hey, try this flavor one, you might like it. Because once they like the flavor one, they don't go to any other cigars. They just want that flavor, and that flavor is artificial. Why go to artificial coffee when you can actually taste coffee in regular cigars? So I think that's a good idea. A good start for us to, if any of you will try to get a friend to join you to really smoke something. I know a lot of people do this. Okay, they put a bunch of cheap cigars, bad cigars they don't like to smoke on the side. So when their friend comes, you expect them they're not gonna know. They don't know what they're smoking. So let them have the bad ones. That will be the last time they smoke. That will be the last time they smoke, because they just tasted something bad. They just taste something that even you don't like. Always give your friends things that you enjoy. Always give the friend that, something not too expensive, of course. I'm not saying that a friend shows up and like, hey, you go. First time smoking cigar, I got the best thing for you. Here's a unicorn. Boom, on the floor. On the table. Boom. Try this one. It's so good. It's $100 worth. He's gonna smoke it and go like, this thing is not worth $100. I can't even finish this thing. He's not gonna like it. Not gonna continue. Not a good idea. I think the best way to do this is really to give your friends good cigars, that you enjoy back when you were smoking as a beginner, and they will enjoy that too, and they will find why you also enjoy it. So yeah, that's a lot of rambling. Oof. Calm down. What cigar did you smoke when you first started that you really find that you enjoy? Not the first cigar you ever smoked, but when you started, what cigar did you enjoy the most? Let me know. Put it in the chat room. What cigar did you really enjoy when you just started? Like, you're like, this has got to be my everyday cigar because this thing is good. What cigar is that? I would love to know. And for me, it was Romeo and Julieta Reserva Rio. Because that was the first cigar I was able to taste almond in it, the nuttiness to it. And that was... Hey, hello Skinny Skin. And that was the first one I really find my way to this hobby. So, what is your first one? Multi Crystal number 4. Oh, that's a Cuban. Somebody hook you up, man. Davidoff. When I first went to Davidoff, I was just a mediocre smoker. I was just, I can smoke, but I don't have to do it every day. I enjoyed it. Probably smoke once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, maybe. And went to Davidoff and total noob. I went to the humidor, and I have to be honest with you. At that time, all the cigar looks the same to me. I went in there because all of them are in wooden box. The only difference might be the shade of color, but the shade of the color for every single Davidoff brand at that time looked pretty much the same. It looks pretty much the same. The only thing different was their special thing like Xenos, their Royals, their Year of the series, and all the other brands that I don't know of. At that time, I didn't even smoke Camacho. I was looking at Camacho. I was like, I have no idea what these are. The guy would literally have to say this, say that. So like, what do you smoke? And I'm like, something light, something Connecticut, something, I'm a beginner. And he was having a hard time to suggest me something because all the Davidoff stuff starts kind of medium. So that took me a while to choose what I want. And in the end, I did choose a Davidoff Signature 2000. That's what I end up choosing. And I remember going back to smoke that with my brother. And like, I just bought this. Let's try this. And we both enjoyed it. He's a serious cigarette smoker, but he enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I was like, oh, that's actually really good. Medium is actually not that bad. And that's when I start to try more and more Davidoff. And that's like, every time I smoke it, I put a smile on my face. I'm like, yes, this thing's good. And I start trying with the different alcohol to go with it. And Davidoff kind of bloomed for me. It's like, all of them have, even though they might look the same, they're actually not the same. So that's what really gets me. Cuban Cohiba was my first cigar. I bought it just because it was a Cuban, so I bought like 10 of them, $20 a piece 12 years ago. That was some serious commitment. As a first cigar, $20 cigar, that's a lot. Really? That's some serious cigars right there. Are you celebrating something? That's a pricey cigar right there. Are you celebrating something special today? Davidoff Royals are not for the beginner for sure. That price range is not for everyone. It's not for everyone. But, you know, if you can save up money to really try one, you'll really find the difference. Ah, that's a sad thing to do. I know how that feels. I really do know how that feels. Letting go of your favorite employees, it's almost like you cut off your right hand, you know? Yeah, that deserves some serious cigars. Kind of put you away from that thought, I guess. You know, it does relax your mind. It gets you think about the happy times together. I hope that you know. Let's think of this way, okay? Work is one thing. Don't ever take your work the same way you take life, okay? You're only at work 8 hours a day, or even sometimes more, okay? I'm just saying in broad terms. After 5 o'clock, when you walk out that door, you're equal. You're friends. You're people. Right? Your status don't matter. You know, you could be a manager, you can be a boss, you can be a CEO. But once you walk out that door and walk into another cigar shop, you're just friends. So I hope that, you know, if you let go of your favorite employee, you don't stop contacting that employee. You just as a friend. Enjoy times together. And really enjoy to do things together. I think that's like the best thing to do. You know, don't let the job be the only link between you and another person. You know, when I'm working with somebody, I don't care who they are. I don't care who they are. Because once I walked out that door, status changes. Right? A good example will be like, let's say you work for Jack Ma in Alibaba's factory, but let's say you're working a very basic job, you're in the assembly line or something like that, and you happen to be Jack Ma's cousin. At work, he's your boss. Once you walk out of there, he's your cousin. At work, he's your boss. Gotta listen to what he says because work is work. Once you walk out the door, well, and all of a sudden you're equal now. You're just another person. So don't let job and work to be your only link between another person. Respect the person once you walk out the door. You have more friends. Respect the person for who they are. I mean, job is job. Job, there's, you know, once you're at work, there's no family. You know? Yeah, I need to get this done. You better get that done. I don't care. I know auntie whatever is telling me to go easy on you, but no, you're here. You work the job, right? But once you walk out of there, once you get out of there, you're cousins, you're friends. So although let go of your favorite employee might be one thing, but since he's your favorite employee, doesn't mean he cannot be your favorite friend once you walk out of there. Now he's got to look for another job. He's got to do something else. But doesn't mean you can't enjoy a cigar together, right, in the future. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy a drink together. Have a beer. I think that's very important. And a lot of people forget. And people just stop talking to each other once they leave a job. That's not a good way to do it, I think. because you know, everybody is gonna change job through time, and for you to just totally give up and then think that I lost this person because he's no longer working for me, will be a great loss to you. It will be a very serious loss to you as a person. So don't forget about the person. Now he's just another person. You can really get to know this person. You can go out and have a drink with them. You can have a cigar together. You can go watch a movie together. You know, that kind of stuff you can do now. Now that in a way, that's a good thing, because now you're not buying it by job and titles. You're buying it as a friendship. That's a good thing to do. But at least you have a good cigar right now. So enjoy that while you can, right? Enjoy the cigar. Let the cigar remind you all the good times. Let the cigar tell you that today is over. Today is over. There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. Today's over. Get it over with. Tomorrow is a new day. Tomorrow is a new cigar. And that's how we should do it. I enjoy this cigar a lot. For me, presentation is spot on. I want to buy it the moment I saw it. I wanted to buy it the moment I saw it. Taste, flavor is there. Complex, not just one thing. You gotta get multiple notes in this. You really will enjoy. You have plenty of time. All right, the burn time right now is 1 hour and almost 40 minutes. The burn time is good. There's plenty of time for you to search for that flavor in this cigar. Construction is great. The draw didn't get too strong. Even, you know, when you smoke a long cigar, eventually all the soot covers the cap. It's gotta make the draw harder. For me, this didn't particularly get harder, so that's actually a good thing. Good cigar. Price-wise, it's not too bad. For something like this, especially a limited release, I can understand why the price goes a little bit higher. Only because a lot of times they make these kind of special cigars. They use special aged leaves to do the blend, so they can only do short runs of these to release for special events, right? Special time, special occurrence. So you gotta understand why that leaf is more costly, right? Because the time to age them takes time. So that kind of justify the price. So smoke, taste, enjoyment, price, it's all pretty good on this cigar. And overall, I think I enjoy it. And especially I already had 3 cigars today. Like I'm like, but even that, I still enjoyed it. And that kind of reminds me to talk to you guys about the 3 cigars I was giving out today. I did review on all 3 of these, and all 3 of these are great. And I think all 3 of these can go with the beginners too. Especially the New World. It's actually very easy smoke. I definitely suggest you guys, if you never tried these before, the New World from Agent Fernandez and Casa Cuevas. Casa Cuevas, in terms of the band and the presentation, I think it's actually pretty standard. I can, I'm not talking bad about it, but the band on it almost feel like they copy some other like generic template to make this band. So I wasn't gonna pick it up. At first, I was, if nobody asked me, I probably would never pick up this particular cigar. And Cigar Mechanic was and Tim was like, "How about Casa Cuevas?" I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a try." So I smoked it in Cigars Daily headquarters. I was sitting there smoking this, and I got like, "Wow, this is actually not bad. This is actually not bad for the price." And I really liked it. So I bought a whole box of it, and been smoking it, and I feel like that at that price point, it's just such a good price point that you can share it, you can give it to people, you can smoke it, and you can leave it there to age. You're not gonna feel the pain in your wallet that much. It's definitely a good buy. And blue and green is because I saw the live show from Cigar Mechanic. He was talking to the owner. He was showing the box. And if you guys never seen the box before, from a distance, not close in, but from a distance, it really feels like a Chinese vase of some sort because the blue and the white color really gets me. And obviously, when I received the box, I looked at it. It's like it's still a great box, but it feels like you can tell somebody just hand draw that kind of thing here and there, hand drawn it. But I still feel great that I got to collect it. And the decoration is not bad at all. It's simple. But, printing stuff on that spill and added, 2 gold band on there really enhance the decoration of it, the presentation of it. Because the band is so simple. The band just says Gran Habano, blue in green in one of those like old English font. Not particularly a special design. I think I would never pick it up had that not have the printing on the bottom, or had that not have the good presentation on the box. But that box got me, and I tried it, so it was really good. So all these 3 cigars that I have here, I highly recommend it. Another thing that I don't have on the picture today, and I didn't put it in one of the giveaway, is because it was Men of War. Now, Men of War, all the band look relatively the same if you have smoked them before. It's also by AJ, right? It's just, I end up collecting them because they're all the same but different. I don't know. They did do a good job on that decoration, the presentation of it. And the cigar, each one of them tastes somewhat different. So I highly recommend people to try that as well. It definitely is worth the try. Yeah, that always what it intrigues me. How cigars, you would think that the way we grow cigar leaves and stuff like that, well, not we, but they grow cigars leaves. By now, you should have tasted all the blends because there's only so many leaves out there. There's only so many blends, but they all taste different. Different shape, different sizes, different blend. It's like million different flavors. It's million different combinations. Almost like a lock, like a master lock. You can have different combinations. Having 3 numbers is already thousands of combinations. And having 4 numbers, even more, and having more numbers just opens an entire world of possibility. And it surprises me that sometimes like, this thing should taste just like that. It looks the same. The filler, the binder, and stuff like that sounds similar to the other cigar, but they don't taste the same. Even the same blend, different sizes sometimes taste different. I'm not saying that happens all the time, though. It doesn't happen all the time. A lot of time where you get a Robusto and Toro, the difference between the smoke time. But you could find many cigars where the size changes, the enjoyment changes. All right. You will find that a lot of people, even though they like this blend, they might not like the Toro size. They might like the Robusto size. They might like the Corona size. Right? And certain cigars that one size sells way better than the other sizes because they were somewhat different. Very good cigar so far. I really enjoyed it. Granted that I can feel the strength. It's like, what are you doing, Tony? I just want to enjoy the cigar. Oh, really? You already have a lot of cigar today. Yeah, but this was good. I'm gonna finish it. That's what's going on right now. So I hope you guys don't mind that. I'm not really telling you the story of what's going on with this cigar, but what is outside the world of cigars. I think that really helps some people. If anybody who is beginner watch this video, take that as a suggestion and as warning. Suggest that try everything, and even if you like one particular size of cigar and one particular cigar of that size, Try the other size. You might feel like something really different about it. You might see the difference in it. You might feel the difference in it. Only because that slight changes. Burn time. How much smoke that get filtered by the rust of the tobacco. The time that it takes. Certain cigars, if you smoke faster and slower, they taste different. Certain cigars that, they're so short that there's like a Perfecto. It's tiny. There's not really a lot of room to feel, to taste the difference in it. The 1/3 is like that much. Middle is that much. So it's that big of a cigar is only that much. But when you light that cigar and you really like that blend, and then just pick up, I don't know, a Robusto or something like that, you like, that tastes totally different. That tastes completely different from the Perfecto, because I went to a Robusto or something like that, right? Those people in the chat room, you can tell me that if that happens to you a lot, or not a lot, never. Let me know. Does that happen to you when you try the same cigar, different sizes, give you totally different experience? Does it give you the totally different experience, or does it always give you the same thing? Like, for example, if you smoke a multi-crystal number 4, it's literally the same as multi-crystal number 3 or number 2. Size different, doesn't matter to you? Or do you feel like, I like, for example, multi-crystal number 4 because it tastes different than 3, 2, 1? Because they taste different to me. Whenever I taste a different size cigars, I feel like not only the time that I need to commit to the cigar, not only the time that I use for how fast I'll have to smoke to get that flavor, I also get the difference in the taste, right? Different in the feel of it, the different on how strong the taste actually come about. Or how even the strength of the tobacco, like the nicotine level, is different, because when you look at knob, if you ever smoke a knob before, they're literally this big, right? They're pretty much a little bit longer than this. That thing has some serious smoking time. That thing will last you an hour. Now, Matthew, when you say they're really similar to you, but you don't say they're the same, right? You wouldn't say they're the same. They're similar. So that there's got to be some different, right? You wouldn't say multi-crystal 3 and 4 are exactly the same, right? Recently, I smoked the Davidoff Winston Churchill Limited Edition 2019 Robusto. That particular cigar, it's pretty much the same blend as the regular Winston Churchill, but I almost feel like the whole world different. I almost feel like it's a completely different cigar. The enjoyment on that is completely different. The smoke time was perfect for me because I like Robusto or shorter, right? I like that 1 hour and 1 hour to maybe 5 minutes of smoke. That's when I really enjoy the cigar. So 1 hour is about right. But I feel like I don't feel the how do I explain that? I don't feel the icky feeling of me smoking a long Churchill. When I look at a Churchill, like, oh man, I'm gonna spend 2 hours on this thing. I don't know. When I get to the middle part, when I even finish it, that's the thing. And for a Robusto size, it doesn't take that long to get to the middle. And you get to that middle blend, it starts to taste different. You get to that flavor so much faster. You get to the end so much faster. Not because it's shorter, but because, the blend itself is more evenly packaged in a smaller package. It's almost like having a big cell phone does everything, and then you have a small cell phone that does everything as well, right? But then they feel different. Even if they're the same guts, they feel different. the overall experience changes. The overall experience of this, the things that you're doing changes. So when you finally get to the end of a long cigar, you might already have so much in there in the mouth that you might not taste as much. You know, your taste bud has numbed out. It's like, I give up, white flag, that's it, the end for me. But when you smoke something small, you still have that taste bud. You still can taste the smoke and taste the enjoyment. So that really is the size makes that different, and the size makes that different, and how close packed those blends are together too. It makes a huge difference. Some people like Lancero. And there's not much packed in the Lancero. Because Lancero's blend is different. It's the same cigar, they'll just tell you it's a Lancero. But you never gotta taste the same thing from a Lancero of same blend as a Robusto. Because now you gotta get majority of the leaves out there as the wrapper. You gotta get majority of the wrapper. The thin line actually only allows you to put so little, filler and binder in there that you gotta taste. It's gotta taste different. It's gotta taste completely different. So it's the same name, same blend, but different amount in there. That's gotta change the whole cigar completely. It's gotta change the whole cigar. It's not even the same cigar anymore. Lancero is like a class of its own. All right, there are fans that only smokes Lancero because they like the wrapper leaf more than the blend itself. They like how easy it is to smoke it. They like how that blend, instead of packed together, is extended. The cigar size makes huge difference, and that's this is what makes this hobby different. Even the same thing can taste so different. Not only it tastes different, the enjoyment is different. The level of commitment is different, right? So the time is different. The taste is gonna be different. The smoke output is gonna be different. It's like magic almost. It's really cool how such a simple thing, smoking, is a science on its own. Such a simple thing, right? Smoking. I'm pretty sure you gotta find a few friends like, what's the difference between this and that? It's the same thing. You go you go with a friend first time, and then you buy a TORO size of something. For example, let's just name one, just random cigar. Let's say Obrigado. You bought an Obrigado TORO, and you're about to smoke that, and your friend's like, oh, I want the same thing. You like that one, right? I'm gonna buy this one. But he ended up buying a Corona size. He's not gonna have the same experience you do. You might smoke faster than him do though. You might finish your Toro a lot faster than he tried to slowly puff the Corona. You never know. But his experience and the whole thing is gonna be different. He might later on he's gonna feel like, oh, I'm ready for something bigger. So instead of buying Corona, I'm gonna buy the Toro size too. He's gonna smoke that Toro and get like, wait, that's different. You sure this is Obrigado? Tastes similar, but it's not the same. Similar, but not the same. So that similar but not the same situation, it's gonna make him go all the way back to smoke all the other ones, different sizes too. It's a good hobby. I really like this hobby. And whenever I hear somebody quit this hobby, I feel like the piece of my heart just got ripped off and tossed away. It's like, oh no, why? Usually I hear it's financial issues. Usually I heard it's financial issues, but I think cigar industry on its own is relatively good for all budgets. You can be the guy that always smoke. Ooh. You can be the guy that always smoke $100 cigars and nothing but $100 cigar, which you shouldn't. You shouldn't. That's the wrong way to do it. You shouldn't just smoke one cigar, and you shouldn't always smoke the expensive cigars. A lot of time, the expensive cigar is not gonna give you that enjoyment. You should always smoke everything. Choose the cheaper ones. Go with it. You will like it. I promise you will like it. I'm not saying that you should always buy bundle cigars because you do get what you pay for at that price range. Think of it this way: cigars are usually marked up 100%. And because I'm like 100%, if you buy $2 cigar, your cigar leaves worth $1 or less. At that point, you should ask yourself, what kind of leaf are you getting for $1? Right? What kind of leaf are you getting for $1? You can't even get a decent green pepper for $1. Can you even get a green pepper for $1 nowadays? Maybe green pepper is a bad example. Red pepper is more expensive. You can barely get a good red pepper for $1. So what kind of enjoyment are you gonna get out of that $1 cigar? I think a good median price are usually about $6 to $10. $6 to $10 will get you the balance. I think that's the cost where the balance and enjoyment kind of crosses. Balance and the enjoyment level and the price crosses. That's like the best part of it. It's around that price range. So people who start, you don't have to buy 10,000 cigars and put in your house. Buy one or two, whatever that you enjoy, and whatever that you feel like it's gonna worth the events that you're smoking for. Maybe in the future you'll find that one or two cigar that you really want to try for $50, $60, or even $100. Keep those for special occasions. But I always recommend you to try it first, though. Don't buy one $100 cigar and go, I'm gonna smoke this on somebody's birthday or my anniversary or something, and then you never tried it before. So when you tried it, you finally want to celebrate. You take out that $100 cigar, you go like, oh, I should have just smoked a Magic Toast. I hope that never happens. So I really recommend, if you gotta save a cigar for a special event, make sure that cigar is the one that you like, the one that you love, the one that you really enjoy. That's what matters. It's not the price of the cigar that should judge whether or not it should be your special cigar. It's how much you enjoy that cigar that should be your special cigar. Okay? All right, so I ramble on and ramble on and ramble on. Hopefully this information didn't bore you too much, because I felt like that kind of information will help the new people, will help people who just started out to really see, there is a lot more to this hobby than just smoking. Smoking it is just a process in this hobby. Finding out more about this hobby is the key of this hobby. And that should be it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this more of me talking than interacting, I guess, today. And I hope if you're new, you have any questions, you can always leave in the comments. You can always chat with any of these people that's in the chat room today. I mean, all these people are nice people. They all smoked one time or another here and there, and we're more than happy to answer any question that's leave in the comments. So if you leave the message in the comment, we'll respond to it. Okay, so that should be it today. Stay saucy, stay nice, be happy for the rest of the week, and I'll see you guys on Saturday to smoke that Magic Toast together. Make sure to come and watch the show, smoke the Magic Toast together, and win the cigar for yourself. All right, and I will see you guys on Saturday. Goodbye, guys. Have a good night.